Hi, so this is the start of my beginner yoga series. They're just going to be short videos focusing on one pose in each video, a pose that is common in yoga classes, and they're just to get you started. Some people don't know when to start or where to start in yoga, so it's just a little introduction. So there's two things that I want you to always remember. Number one is that it's never about making the pose, although I'm going to describe the pose to you and give you some pointers to keep you safe and make your practice strong. It's never about making a particular shape in the pose. It's all about creating that body awareness and feeling how the pose feels in your own body. So I will give lots of tips, but I want you to use these tips to focus on how it feels in your own body. The second thing I want you to remember is your breath, connecting your mind and your breathing to the movement of your body. So that's where we're going to start today. So you're going to start in a nice comfortable seated position. So if you need, you can put a pillow or a blanket under your bum, and then crossing your legs. If you can't cross your legs, come into any comfortable position, just in a position where you can get your back up nice and tall. So come into a nice tall position and then close your eyes and start to take some nice deep breaths. So firstly, starting inhaling through your nose and exhaling out your mouth. Inhale through your nose and then exhale out your mouth. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And then closing your mouth and just starting to inhale and exhale through your nose. So try and slow down your breathing. Try and bring your focus inwards, just to your breath. And then bring your hands to your chest, palms together. As you inhale, I want you to think about lifting your heart up into your hands. And as you exhale, think about drawing your lower belly in and up. So becoming aware of that space in under your belly button. Inhale, bring your chest up to your hands. And then exhale, drawing in and up slightly. So there's not a lot of body movement that happens here. I just want you to focus on that slight chest lift so your shoulders come away from your ears. And then as you're exhaling, you're drawing in and up. Imagine lifting up through that space in your lower belly. Taking 2 more breaths here, trying to create that nice long spine. One more breath. And then blink your eyes open nice and slowly. You're going to come forward onto your hands and your knees. So set your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. So spread your fingers nice and wide. And then you're going to keep your hands flat on the ground. What you're going to do is roll your biceps forward, so eyes of your elbows forward, and then bring your shoulders forward towards your fingertips. So your arms stay really straight here. You're going to get a little bit of a stretch out of your wrists. So especially if you're starting yoga, you might find it hard to put your hands really flat down on the ground. A lot of the things we do during the day cause us to grip. Using phones and computers a lot makes us really tight in the flexors of your wrists. Come forward, really pushing hands down into the ground. And just one more time. And then come back and tuck your toes under. So tuck all 10 toes under, sit back onto your heels, and then rotate your hands around. So make circles with your wrists one way, and then back the other way. So your feet and your hands are the foundation of a downward dog. So we're just giving a little bit of love to the foundation of the pose. Good. And then come back forward, bring your hands under your shoulders. Take a nice big inhale as you look up towards the sky. Try and get your shoulders down away from your ears. And then exhale, round through your spine, draw your belly in. Inhale, come through, lengthen up towards the sky. Exhale, come under, finding space through your vertebrae. Inhale, come up. Also trying to get some movement in your hips, between your lower back and your hips. And one more time, inhale, come up. And then exhale, tuck down and under. And then flatten your feet, come back to child's pose. So bring your head down towards the ground. Walk your hands out and keep your hands nice and spread. Now I want you to make this a little bit more active in this child pose. So you're going to spread your fingers again and push your hands down into the ground so you can feel the armpits activating. So push down into the ground, bring your biceps up towards the ceiling. Push down into the ground, spreading your fingers wide. Keeping that nice deep breath. Try and relax your shoulders away from your ears, but push down into the ground. Now this position here where your arms are with your biceps beside your ears is the same head position as you want for downward dog. So you don't want your head going too far down through your arms. You want to stay in that nice even position, so that long length in the back of your neck. Take one more exhale, pushing slightly down into the ground here. And then slowly come forward, come up. Keep your hands where they are, push down into the ground. You're going to tuck your toes under here. Look down towards your hands. Tuck your toes under, and then you're going to lift your hips up high to the sky. So draw in through your lower belly, lift your hips up, roll over, and welcome to first downward dog. So let's do some movement here to make this a little bit more comfortable. So maybe rocking your hips side to side as you push one heel down and the other heel down. Okay. So if you've never been in this position before, it may be a little uncomfortable. Just try and come back to your breath. Try and find some softness here in some part of your body that you can relax into. And then bring your feet back. Now, a lot of people think here that downward dog is about lengthening your legs. I think the most important thing first is to lengthen your back. So I want you to bend your knees and then try and send your tailbone up high towards the sky. So really try and lengthen out through that back. You're going to take 2 more breaths here. If you need to rest ever in today's class, you can come down into that child's pose position. Otherwise, you're going to lengthen through your spine. So think about chest coming forward like we were in that first breathing, and then drawing through your lower belly to lift your tailbone higher. So keep a bend in your knees. Take 1 more breath. That was more than 2 breaths, sorry. And then come forward, step 1 foot forward, and then the other foot forward. Just come into a forward fold. Relax your head down. So it doesn't matter how far you go here in this forward fold. You might be up here. Just try and relax your spine down. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Arms up to the sky, and then exhale, bring your hands down to your chest. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky again. Then exhale, forward fold. Bring your head down towards the ground again. Lengthen through your spine. Inhale here, halfway lift. So reach your chest forward. Try and find a nice flat back. Send your hips back so you can feel hamstrings active. Then exhale, fold. Plant your hands on the ground. So remember, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Step one leg back, and then step the other leg back into a plank position. So one long line from the tip of your head down to your heels. Breathe into your lower belly. And then you're going to breathe on your next exhale. Lift through your lower belly, bring your hips up to the sky, roll over your toes and come into your next downward dog. So try and find that breath. Remember, ears between the biceps, tailbone up towards the sky, so bring a bend into your knees if you need to. Take 1 more long breath here. And then look forward, step 1 foot forward, and then the other foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway this time. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Stretch, reach your arms up, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands down to your chest. Let's go 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach your arms up. Try and find more breath. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Find your breath here. So find that same reaching forward through your chest in the inhale. Draw up through your belly in the exhale. And then on your next inhale, reach through your chest. Exhale, draw your hips up high to the sky. Coming again into downward dog. Remember, if you need to rest, come back down to child's pose so you can still get that same feeling in your arms in this pose. Always try and hold for 2 more breaths. And then look forward, step one leg forward and then the other leg forward. So if you don't quite make it, just bring your leg up with your hand. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Reach, reach, reach to the sky. Find length in your spine. Exhale, bring your hands down to your chest. One more time like this. Really focus on your breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands. Step one leg back and then the other leg back. Breathe into your belly, chest reaches forward. Try and roll your biceps towards the front. And inhale, and then on your next exhale, lift your tailbone up high, keeping your biceps forward. Good, so try and find that little bit of external rotation in your shoulders this time. It's okay if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're just trying to concentrate on breathing. That's perfect. Just concentrate on breathing. Yeah, watch the line keeps going up. And 2 more breaths. Long tailbone, long back, ears between the biceps. Keep pushing down the ground, down and away from you with your hands, lifting up through your tailbone. And then look forward, step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands down to your chest. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Step your left foot back and then your right foot back. Lower your knees to the ground and push back into child's pose. Just soften your arms this time and maybe bring your arms back down towards your heels. Just let your forehead rest to the ground. Try and relax through your back now. Nice deep breaths. Releasing through your shoulders, releasing through your back. Take one more breath. And then walk your hands forward. Come up nice and slowly. And congratulations, well done. So downward dog maybe start out a little bit uncomfortable, maybe really hard at the start, but just try and keep practicing and keep working on it. It sometimes gets a little bit of time to get your shoulders opened up and over your head. Just keep working on it and try and take it nice and slow. And like I said, remember to concentrate on your breathing. And it's never about making a certain position. It's all about the focus, how it feels in your body. So you want to try and find softness in every part of the downward dog as well as effort. So it's finding that balance between the both. Thank you and look forward to seeing you again soon.